So, welcome, welcome to the C++ course. And this is Aishwarya, and I will be teaching the whole C++ course to you. Okay, so in this course, you will be learning everything you need to know about C++. Okay, so by the end of the course, you will be having a clear output of C++, and you can write any C++ code with confidence. Okay, so you don't need any prior knowledge about this course. We will just start from the scratch, from the basic things. So everything is from the scratch, so there is no need to know any of the programming skills. Okay, so why we are using the C++ and what is the C++? See, C++ is a high level programming language. Okay, so programming language is nothing but it's an interface which we can able to talk with the computer. Okay, it's a interface or it's a language which computer can understand. So it's a basically commands. Okay, so we are giving some commands to run the program to instruct the computer what we need. So these are set of commands and this is characterized by programming language. This is called as a programming language. Okay, but why C++? See, C++ is one of the most popular language in the world. Okay, so before this Python and everything, the C++ was introduced. Okay, so C++ is actually an extension of C. So you might also have heard about this C, right? So this is the extension of C, that is C++. Okay, so still companies like Google, Microsoft, Adobe, Netflix, so all these companies use few programs or uh, few projects or few applications with C++. Though these companies still use C++ in their applications. Okay, so before starting a C++, so we to learn in order to learn C++, we need to concentrate on two important things. So one is the C++ language or syntax or grammar. So what is this a grammar or what is the C++ syntax? So syntax is nothing but it's a kind of a grammar for the program. See, whenever I'm communicating with you, it's very important that I need to follow few instructions or a proper grammar in order to convey my knowledge or convey what I'm telling to you, what I'm speaking, right? So similarly, C++ has to be written in a certain way so that computer can understand it. If at all you're having any problem, like if you have missed this semicolon, so here there is some importance of writing the semicolon. So if you miss this, so this cannot be understood by the computer, and this is called a syntax. Proper way of writing a program is a C++ syntax or a kind of formula, we can say. Okay, so this is one of the thing which we need to concentrate. And another thing is C++ standard library. So what is the standard library? C++ standard library. So C++ standard library is nothing but it's a pre-written code. Okay, so as you can see here, this hash include IO string, right? So it's a standard library. So whatever we are writing in an editor called as Visual Studio. Okay, so don't worry about this. We will in the next class we will learn how to install this Visual Studio and how we can write the program. Okay, so in order to make it work, we need to also install few softwares along with Visual Studio, and we will be concentrating on all those things in the next class. Okay, so this is a kind of a boiler code, or this is a basic C++ program, and I wanted you to know everything which we write. Okay, so this hash include hash string is a standard library. Okay, so what is this IO stream is? It's an input output stream. We will be learning about this in the later classes. Okay, so these are kind of libraries which we install inside the program in order to make it work. Okay, So if you didn't understand this include and using namespace, don't worry. Just assume that these are the basic things which you need to include in the C++ program whenever you are writing. Although I will explain what is this username, using namespace, STD, int main, and everything. Okay, so what is this using namespace? See, the using namespace means we can use the names of an object and a variable from a standard library. Okay, so we can just use the names of an object and a variable. So I'm going to take a variable, and variable object we will be learning. Okay, so just understand we will be using the names which is in the standard library. Okay, and this is the main execution. This is called as a main function. So how is this pronounced? This is called as a main function. So what does it do? So main function is the thing from where your programming starts, from where the execution starts. Okay, so whatever you write inside this program, the execution starts from here. Although if you have written many set of statements here, so first thing, the compiler means compiler looks for us from the main function. Okay, now what is this compiler? See, compiler is nothing but which converts this high level programming language into low level programming language. See, computer only understands the binary language. That is only the electricity, like see, zeros and ones. You might have heard about this, or you can just Google this. What is this binary language and how does it deal with the computer? Okay, so computer only understands this binary language. That is everything, every pin to point. So it is converted into binary language. That is zeros and ones. Okay, so in order to convert this high level programming language into machine understanding language or low level language, we use compiler. Okay, so compiler also tells us if there is any error. So as I said, let us assume you have missed the semicolon. So compiler raises an error in the output screen. So this is the output screen, and here you can see an error that semicolon is missed. Okay, so compiler expects you to write a proper code. Okay, so this is how the main function works. Okay, so these are all the things which you need to know before starting a C++ programming language. Okay, and the installation part we will be seeing how we need to do in the next class. Okay, so and also whenever you are writing a program, just try to save the program and then run the program. Okay, without a saving it might not work for you. So and also there are many more editors available in the market, so you can install any editors apart of this Visual Studio. But I feel comfortable with the Visual Studio, so I have installed this Visual Studio and I am using this Visual Studio for writing my C++ programs. Okay, so feel free to use any kind of editors. Okay.